Hmm. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, 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 that's for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Hey? C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. Oh, cookie, cookie, I'm cookie, echoing. Oh no. Oh, cookie, cookie, cookie. That is scary. Oh, that is scary. Oh, I were actually live. I was just singing and you heard that echo and everything, right? Did you know that the Cookie Monster has a real name? And the real name is Sid. Seriously, it is Sid. S Sid. Let me show you. See? Tak nampak? Where's the cookie? Cookie! Cookie Monster, his name used to be Sid. Then it developed a cookie eating habit, and the nickname with it stuck. This caused all of the other monsters to forget his name. So, unfortunately, well, we're here to remember you always, and I always remember the song. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. All right, you guys. So I'll see you guys shortly on the live show. EMP Talents Guild. Hi there, you guys. I'm Faris Ishaq. You know, I live in Cyberjaya and I just had a meeting in Damansara, the Perth. So it's about 40 kilometers away where I am now in Papami. Memang sangat berbaloi, so tengah memborong nak beli makan. But because it's fresh, I cannot keep it for a few days. So could be I'll be back here in a few days to top up my brownies. So come to Papami in Glen Taman Andalas and enjoy the freshly baked foods that they offer here. Bye.
Hai, saya Ismi Melinda. Sekarang saya lagi ada di Malaysia untuk mengadakan syuting. Dan sekarang aku lagi ditempatkan di Nest Phone Apartment, dimana ini tuh tempatnya amat sangat comfortable banget dan amat sangat cozy. Jadi aku kayak ngerasa feel like home di sini, meskipun berasa jauh tapi nice. Mulai tempatnya, check it out. I'm so happy.
Nama saya Malaysian dan saya naik watak Amanda dalam super talent movie Siapa Putuk Lalu.
Saya Fik Syazwan. I am currently at Estrella KL di Bandar Sarjana Putra.
The first day of shooting, this is our sponsor location, Estrella.
Yang wanita-wanita di luar sana boleh datang ke sini untuk cari lagi-lagi. Sekarang ni kita dah nak musim raya.
So check it out, Estrella KL.
Action!
It's vaccination day! It's vaccination day! Today I get my COVID jab, and I'm feeling really fab. For months I have been waiting for this day. When can I get my second shot? And will it hurt or will it not? Oh, I think I am gonna be okay. It's just a small needle, right? And for the people who don't want it and still refuse to take, well, thanks to you now I don't have to wait.
I have been vaccinated with the AZ. Don't forget to bring your pen. It really helps a lot, but they provide you with everything here. So don't worry, everything is fine. There's no allergies or anything. Everyone stay safe and wash your hands, and please stay at home for now, yeah? Take care. Bye.
What are you doing?
Shopping.
Why are you looking at the expensive ones? Just buy the cheap ones there.
No, we need a good sofa because if we buy a cheap one, it's just going to spoil and you're going to waste more money.
But it's so expensive. Come on, just get the cheaper ones.
Are you sure? Because I think that you're going to be spending a lot of time on the sofa.
Lucky my wife says we should buy good sofas. Tidolu wala.
Thank goodness. EMCO or PKPD is finally over in my area. This is your host, Faris Ishak, and welcome to the EMP Variety Show! Oh, sorry guys, I was just enjoying the music so much. My opening, I know I picked it, it's very, very self absorbed. But anyway, hi everyone, good evening, and welcome to the EMP Variety Show. It's Saturday again. Today is the 17th of July, and it is the 25th episode. Isn't that exciting? Yay! Firstly, before I want to start anything, I want to just say thank you to everyone who's been watching the EMP Variety Show. We have started since September last year, 2020. And last week we had an overwhelming response and we had over 10,000 organic reach on just on our Facebook alone. And I would really appreciate all this continued support. So don't forget to like and comment the EMP Variety Show. But again, thank you to all the supporters out there, and definitely love you guys. Really love you. And in the EMP Variety Show, I've only started saying this last week: life, love, and laugh. So we want to live our life full of love and full of laughter. Now, let's go start on my I lost my train of thoughts. Okay. Now I just want to start off with not such an unfortunate news. It's just really sad that I'm reading this news and I'm just wondering how this has happened. At 3 a.m. on the 8th of July, Noor Natasha Azimi, age 22, was found unconscious by her housemate. She was pronounced dead at the Sultan Abdul Halim Hospital 11 hours later. And then, last Saturday, Muhammad Adham Hazim, age 21, crawled to his parents' room in their home in Terengganu. His parents took him to Sultana Nur Zahira Hospital at 10:52 p.m. He died in hospital ICU. So I'm going to show you the post that I saw on social media. We'll just give 30 seconds, 1 minute, just to give them dua and al-Fatiha and salam takziah to the family. Well, these students were very young, and it's just a bit weird. Both students had four things in common. Both of them have been complaining headaches, and both of them have stress to complete their coursework from home. Both have died because of ruptured blood vessels in their head, and both went to University Technology Mara (UITM). Nur Natasha went to Merbok, and Adham went to Jengka. On the same Saturday, it is reported that the senior consultant of neurology at the Faculty of Medicine UITM, Professor Dr. Raymond Azman Ali, said the possibility of blood vessel rupturing due to stress is almost non-existent because of two things are not related to each other. However, the story was shared by the administrator of UITM Facebook account was taken down after received ire from the student community. This was the original one from UITM. The FB admin has taken down the post and issued an apology. However, most students agreed stress from studying is remotely a major factor. Uh, uh, we might we might see not only we might sorry my tongues are twisted. What we see might only be the tip of the iceberg. That is the issue of ODL students face during the pandemic. A lot of students are raging on TikTok on how pressured they are with ODL and how inconsiderate their lecturers are. And all higher education institute need to be able to treat these students better. I am not highlighting UITM specifically. I am not against UITM. It's just because I am taking out this is what's the case that's happened for the past week. But I have my younger brothers who are in higher education, and I do wish sometimes that the education facilities can be considerate when they are going to do ODL studies or wherever they're doing studies, especially during this pandemic. And my younger brother also has to do a 10-week what do you call it, a 10-week work experience internship, and it is difficult trying to get through all of this because a lot of companies at the same time, it's not that they don't want interns at this current moment. It's not easy to guide these interns when it comes to remote learning at the same time. And I do understand the lecturers are having hard time to teach remote students, but this is a challenge that we might face. Now we are facing, not we might face. So let's try to be compassionate to each other, be empathetic to each other and how they feel, as opposed to be demanding and instructing to each other. Let's just ask them, how do they think they can do better, or how can we make them learn better, and how can we make it easier for us and them so we can work together hand in hand, as opposed to one instruction, one to do. Now is the age where it's not I tell you, you do. It's yes, we must have own creativity and we must work hand in hand. All right, talking about the social media earlier, another social media viral what happened this week, and I even put this in my TikTok. It is quite embarrassing from our Ministry of Health. First, last week, I was talking about Ministry of Health covering up something spreading of fake news. Next is our Health of Minister, Dato Dr. Adham Baba. This, I can understand that why our Director General is doing most of our press conferences. And as a minister, you do have a writer. Follow the writers, the speech writer. It's not funny. Yes, it's funny on the internet, but it's not funny on your position to do silly mistakes like this. He presented wrong facts during press conference 12th of July. Let me just show you the video, you guys. Oh my goodness. Tarik nafas. Mana video tu? Okay.
Dalam dunia, 2.8 million people meninggal dunia kerana COVID. 2.8 million. Spanish fly, 1919, 1916, lebih kurang sejuta. Now more than that. It happened for 2 years, Spanish fly. Spanish wabak lah. Bukan Spanish fly, Spanish virus. Ni dah hampir setahun, lebih sikit. Dah setahun lebih. So it going to happen if we don't jaga norma baru kehidupan. So now Allah Ta'ala dah beritahu kita, please.
Hai, Minister Datuk Dr. Adham, I still respect you as a minister of your position. You claim the globally 2.8 million have died in COVID-19. The Spanish fly in 1919 or 1916 had more deaths, or more or less 1 million deaths, not more than that, in the span of 2 years. Can you please not, okay, I'm just going to repeat that. COVID-19 has 2.8 million deaths. Spanish fly, what he means is I forget sometimes my nephew is watching, so I have to control my language. It's the Spanish flu, not Spanish fly. And you, please, let's have a look at the facts. Yeah, let's have a look at the facts. 4 million people have died in the COVID-19, not 2.8 million. 4 million. That took Dr. Adham. Spanish flu happened in 1918 till 1920, not 1919 or 1916, just because you cannot read what's in front of you. This is why our Director General is doing the press conference every day. Please learn. The government is forcing us to continuously improve and learn ourselves because we are jobless and everything, so company will hire us. How can we follow when our leaders are like this? You know what a Spanish fly is? I'm going to tell you what a Spanish fly is. A Spanish fly is a little bug what people use for aphrodisiacs and the effects and the practical experiences with them. But I'm not going to go any further on this. Google what the Spanish fly does for humans. Datuk Dr. Adham Baba, very naughty. All right, okay. Now more to the lighter news. Moving into light-hearted serenity of the EMP variety show, Life, Love and Laughter. Rapid KL took to Facebook to introduce the latest perfect employees. 3 kitties who have taken it upon themselves to entertain and accompany the public transportation riders. The stray kitties are peacefully employed at their respective train station and have become local celebrities. Yeah, as regular riders opt to give them treats and snacks. Let's introduce them one by one. First, we have... I don't have drum. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a drum. Okay. That's my drum. We have si Kacha in LRT. Datuk Kramat. Mana si Kacha? Yay! Si Kacha. Wow. He does not look happy, si Kacha. Huh? All right. And Sikacha is known for his grumpy exterior and picky taste. According to passengers, he chooses to eat only salmon kibbles and will sleep at the ticketing gate. Apparently, he's a bit of a gangster. This tabby cat stubbornly claims his spot on the gates and have everyone else go around him. So, next up, we have my drum roll using the minion. We have from LRT Taman Melati, we have Zorro! Where are you, Zorro? Zorro! Yay! Hey, I'm back. Can you guys hear me? So we were talking about Zorro, right? Okay, Zorro. Yay, Zorro. His name, for his black and white markings that looks like the mask over his face after his legendary fictional character of Zorro. He's often keeping close eye on the people walking through the station like good security cat. Yes, though apparently he can be bribed with food, with particularly pension for the Roti Boy stall. And this last one in LRT Wangsa Maju, we have... Wow, pretty, si Chanti. Oh, yay, so charmant. I want to give big kisses to si Chanti. This pretty lady is friendly with passengers and will do a good job on overcoming over to greet them and enjoys dressing up as she can often be seen wearing some sort of accessories that adds to her cuteness. Yes, she was very cute like all this cat. So before we end this segment, I want to watch this female ODL students trying to record her presentation. Let's take it to lightly and support all these students who are suffering but having TikTok as their outlet. So I'm gonna show you the title TikTok. Ayam si ayam, mana ayam?
Hi, my name is Sunda Nazira Misdarian binti Nudin. My metric number is 051704. Betul ke? Metric aku tu
Antara sinopsis Don't Forget About Nature adalah menceritakan tentang ayam. Ayam. Ikan ataupun keindahan alam semula jadi. Ayam, tolonglah ayam. Sakit kepala ayam. Jangan bising ayam. Kita bersama-sama menikmati alam semula jadi. Ayam, nak masuk dalam cerita ni ke ayam? Ekor ulat menjadi dan mereka bersama-sama. Tak ingat dah. Ayam mana ni? Menjadi rama-rama dan ayam. Diamlah ayam. Seekor ulat menjadi. Jangan bising ayam. Tolonglah jangan bising. Tolong please. Adalah menceritakan tentang seekor ayam. Jangan bising. So inilah ayam yang kacau jiran time study. Time inilah dia nak mengawan. Time inilah dia nak bertumbuk, nak berkawan semua. Yang tu. Yang ni. Yang kepala merah ni suka kacau orang. Aduh, time inilah dia nak kacau.
Ayam!
That was very well done. Thank you for sharing that with us, sharing to the public that light-hearted video of ayam. So you can see some people are facing. So now, welcome back everyone. So it's time to introduce our guests for this week. So first we have an amazing entrepreneur. I call him Kenneth Chan. So before he goes on stage, let's have a look on his promo that we have had released this week.
I started as doing freelance. After doing many freelance later, I started to hit jobs amounting from 80K onward. I realized that I actually can do huge projects on my own.
So let's welcome the nice entrepreneur, Kenneth Chan. Where are you, Kenneth? Oh, I'm Kenneth. I'm glitching.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Welcome to the EMP variety show. Oh, we're experiencing lagging, experiencing glitching. I was lost. I am sorry, Kenneth. Are you able to hear me?
Sorry. Yes, I can hear you clearly, Farish. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just finishing my rants and everything. So yeah, now everything is out for the week. So I'm just going to try to enjoy the show with you and learn a little bit more about you. Yeah,
Okay,
is that okay, Kenneth? Because a lot of my EMP variety show, we have many guests, we have talents, we have entrepreneurs, we have NGOs, because this is a platform where everyone showcase their talent. Talent can be anything and everything. And look at that girl with the ayam.
I saw the ayam. It's so interesting, that video. The ayam keep coming.
You see, no matter the struggles of the students have to go through today. Can you imagine? You remember how we were studying last time? We just go to class, go back to our hostel, go home, and that's it. And we never had this virtual experience.
Yeah, man. Now it's so different, man. Now we have like all this virtual internet, this online and broadcast, and non-stop lah. So yeah. They're just bombarded with non-stop contents and live shows like almost every day.
Yeah, and talking about live show, suddenly on my live show, one of my regulars going like, wow, walawe, Kenneth so handsome.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
And then another one, Leila, wow, who's this handsome Kenneth?
Oh.
Wow, you've got like...
I shine enough, bro.
Well, just a few seconds on your segment before you even people know who you are. Already, people are just judging that how handsome you are.
I shine it.
So, all right, Kenneth. Sorry, that was a cough me. So, can you just explain a little bit?
Okay.
Just something fun about you that my audience can relate to.
Something fun about me that your audience can relate to. Like in what sense? Fun in what sense?
Anything.
Well, I think I can be pretty cheerful and bubbly when I'm around people, especially there's a larger crowd around me. I'll be more hyped up and crazy. So I guess that's the fun part of me. Is that a good answer?
Well, when you say it's a good answer, somebody suddenly is asking, "Are you single and available?"
Oh, yo. No, I'm dating a girl now. So yeah, almost close case to settle. They're still in the what's it called, the cowing stage, they call it, the tackling stage. Haven't close case yet.
Unfortunately, you guys, he is not single and available. So, let's just have a little bit of background of yourself. Just something easy for people to understand what you do.
A little bit background for myself. Okay, I just summarize lah. Okay, I graduated from Lincoln Wing, so I'm more of a creative background. I started as a 3D model artist, which basically we design asset for TV commercials, and then after that I went into events, more on the creative side, and then after that after about 2 to 3 years, and then I started running my own business now. Zappy Production, basically doing creative content and animations, and a Green Robot is actually a green screen studio for rental and especially for virtual events lah. So I guess that's the synopsis of overall of everything.
So basically, anything virtual, Kenneth handles.
You can say that.
Starting from Lincoln Wing until now, he has not left his passion for virtual items on 3D animation. 3D animation was virtual. So I would say that is definitely one of the achievements.
When it comes to online talk show, go to Faris though.
Because not a lot of people can actually maintain from what they study. Just like myself, I was in a tourism line, but I left tourism since 2017, and I changed career path.
Oh, okay, interesting. But I always, when first time I met you, I always have that entertainer vibe in you. I feel that you are like a natural born entertainer. Yeah.
Well, natural born entertainer. Well, it has been like that since I was a little kid. But I'm just happy to make people happy. That's why in EMP Variety Show, it's about life, love, and laugh. So Kenneth, our second guest is ready. So are you ready to meet our second guest?
Yes. I'm so curious who is this.
Yes, our second guest is actually a regular of our guest. So let's see her promo before we introduce her on stage, yeah?
Okay. Let's go.
So everyone who's everyone in EMP Variety Show, you know who's coming. It's Munara Ishak, our bespoke travel designer.
Stone Town is the capital of the island itself. The airport is nearby Stone Town on the west bank of the... I have problems pronouncing these names. Unguja. So the building.
So, welcoming our bespoke travel designer, Munira Ishaq.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Faris. Hello, Kenneth. And
everybody.
hello, audience. Happy to be here.
Yes, happy to be here as well.
Now,
how's everybody
traveling
doing?
the world with you, though.
So I just want to go online on my Instagram so that some of my audience can just watch me live. So
Behind
I would
stage.
like to ask, has anyone thought about what we're going to talk about today? I don't know if Faris has leaked anything about where we're going to go today.
Well, I haven't mentioned anything to Kenneth, and of course, with every week, I don't allow my guests to see each other before the show because I want you guys to get to know each other. So, did you miss Kenneth's big introduction about his virtuality just now, Munira?
Well, I heard it in the background while I was getting ready, and you know that it's almost the holiday season in the UAE, and we have a lot of last-minute requests. As I'm listening to you on the background, I'm searching for some destinations and trying to see if I can get some last-minute deals or last-minute trips going. It's unbelievable because the UAE, we have like 4-day holiday. So basically we have to work 1 day next week. So yes, I heard in the background of Kenneth being an entrepreneur, and perhaps Kenneth, you've already introduced yourself. Maybe I introduce myself a little bit.
Sure, no problem. Go ahead.
So I'm on the show every week, but it doesn't hurt to actually just introduce myself. So I've started my bespoke travel agency or travel business in September 2020 after being in corporate oil and gas for 12 years. So
Wow.
2020 was the year that I took time off from work, and I've already decided to go somewhere that is not, starting something on my own, and travel has always been my passion. And in the end, I've decided to go ahead despite the pandemic. And I'm happy that I did it. And I'm having a lot of fun nowadays with my travel business.
Nice.
Okay, Faris, shall we start with our segment today?
So, firstly, Kenneth, we're gonna before we go into yours, we're just gonna go into Munira's segment, so you have a little bit know what is happening.
Okay.
So we have this regular segment with Munira. It's called "Let Me Take You There." Let me take you there. Yeah.
Okay,
Let
sure.
me take you there, and I'm trying to find the video while you're saying that. So with this, you'll find out what destination that we're gonna take you, Kenneth.
I don't know. Maybe
So Kenneth, have you ever
Yes.
been to Venice?
no. Unfortunately, not yet. But I wouldn't mind Munira brings me there. So yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask if you say Venice, what do you think? What's the first thing that you think about when you say Venice?
Venice, creative, beautiful, architecture-wise, very artistic.
Wow. And what are the things that comes through your mind in terms of the features in Venice that is very unique to Venice?
I would say it's very what's the word called old school. Not say old school. Like I don't know what's the exact word. But, Asian is the right word, I guess.
Ancient, yes, of course. So would you say something like words like canals ring a bell to you?
No, canal.
Canals.
Kenal in PM I kenal lah. Tapi talking kenal dalam EMP I'm not too sure lah.
Oh, sorry, not
Canal. So we say canal, not in Malay. Canal. I don't know how to say that now. It sounds weird now.
Canals. In English, it would be
Canals.
canals. Oh, now it sounds like Malay.
Did you watch this Spider-Man? What is the latest Spider-Man show that was featured in Europe?
Spider-Man.
No.
So if people watch
movie, yes lah. Yang the Spider-Man movie, yes.
Home something. Spider-Man Home.
Yes, Homecoming.
Homecoming.
Is it Homecoming? No, I'm failing right now. So Canals, Gondolas, and Rialto Bridge. So that's what people know.
Clues from our viewers.
Oh, was it the part when Spider-Man was acting in they had shot in Canal that area? Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
So the Spider-Man group went to Italy, to Europe, and they destroyed Venice. So it's like it was so hard to watch, but they destroyed Venice in that movie. But maybe some of the audience can help me in the comment of what the Spider-Man movie is called. Or somebody in the backstage can just help us. What's the title of the Spider-Man movie?
I think it's Homecoming because I remember they're going on a trip. Just something along those lines.
Far From Home 2019.
Far From Home. Homecoming.
Yes, that's what
Thanks
it's
to Google,
called.
yo.
So, whatever or however many photos or videos or Instagram posts that we look through Venice, nothing holds the candle when we actually land there. So I went to Venice in 2019. It was a Northern European trip, and I took the train from Milan, and it was just 2-hour ride, and we got there to Venice, and the moment we land and got out, the view was breathtaking. No matter how many photos you take, the view was breathtaking. I am just happy that I went there. I arrived there before sunset because I was traveling with my 8-year-old son at that time. My son is now 10. And he was staying in Milan in the museum for some reason for hours and hours that we almost didn't make it to the train. But now, and when we got there before sunset, it was great. So, highlighting how beautiful Venice is the cue for me to bring up the video of my trip in 2019. Can we have that video?
Just in time, because I lost my connection briefly there.
Yeah, I saw you disappear for a while.
All right, here's the video of her trip. So book your trip with Travel with Monira. Well,
Yes.
for
In
me,
Malaysia, when you can travel. Not now, not yet.
Yeah, man, can't wait. When will that happen?
Well,
Let's say end of the year or
Kenneth,
2022.
you are
Unless you have a
almost
business trip.
right.
Sorry?
Because you're almost towards the end of your dating goal, right? So it should be your honeymoon destination.
In Venice, right?
Ah, that's a good idea.
Munira is a tour guide as well, so yeah.
So hopefully next year.
So I would like to tell you more about what I found interesting or what I found surprising when I was in Venice. Of course, it's beautiful, it's historical, and we are, looking at the carnival masks. A lot of the shops sell masks. Of course, I bought some for my souvenir, quite a few masks, gave them away, gave them to my daughter and my friends, and we did the walking tour. As usual, in most European cities, the free walking tours are there. And one thing we should know about Venice is that there is a lot of walking. Walking on the pebble stones, going up and down the bridge. So if you have kids, people who have kids and strollers, I don't recommend to choose Venice as a destination unless you carry your kids. So when you carry your kids, otherwise, if you have a stroller on the pebble stone, you're going to be pushing it and then folding the stroller up or holding the stroller, bringing up the stairs, down again. So you can walk for kilometers and kilometers in Venice. And if you decide not to walk and you want to take the Vaporato, is that how you sound it? Vaporato, which is not the gondola, but the taxi. The water taxi. It costs a lot of money. It's like €7 one trip. So, times that by 4. And the thing is, Venice is consisting of multiple islands. Like, each segment is an island. And I did not know that there are no cars in Venice, like in the island.
I remember going to the edge. Sorry, I've been to Venice before, and I remember going to the edge. And it's like, how do we get there? No, we need to take the taxis over there. And I just want to share with you guys, I just found my Instagram photo. So the taxis kind of looks like this that we had to go on. If you guys can see. I'm blocking Kenneth's face. But gondolas are like this. I know that was exactly what I was saying.
You should bro. Handsome, yeah.
And I saw Munira's picture, the pasta. Oh my goodness! Let's talk about the food over there.
Seafood.
Oh my goodness! I know. For me, I'm gonna just say Muslim. Subhanallah, dia punya sedap tu. It's what do you say in Chinese in Kenneth when it's so delicious? It's like orgasm in the mouth throughout the body. Oh,
it's nasty bites from makan my dinner, guys.
Because the first thing, of course, I did my research. Every time I go to a destination, I will read a book about the destination or watch a Netflix series or whatever it is. But one of the things I wanted to do in Venice was actually eat the seafood pasta or the seafood, whatever seafood it was. And we stayed actually in the area where it's more less touristy place away from the St. Peter Square? I always get confused with the St. Peter, the square names. St. Basil in Moscow. This one is St. Peter Square. Yeah. And of course, audience, you feel free to correct me because right now I have so many in my head. I have so many destinations that I'm confusing the names of the places and the countries and everything. So when I stayed there, I went to a locally recommended restaurant to eat the seafood. And of course, one of the photos that I showed in the video, the seafood, the mushroom soup, it was so delicious.
And I just had the opportunity to get also squid ink pasta. It was
Oh,
amazing. Oh, it was just like we have something similar, squid ink. Me from Sandakan, our one of our hometowns, but it's very difficult to get because only very few people can make it. And to taste that originality from Italy itself, it was just heaven. And it's one of the destinations that I would love to go back to.
Of course, Italy is one of the destinations that I would love to go back to. The second one is Japan, Tokyo, and the vicinity of Tokyo. So these two countries are the countries that I would actually go back to. So speaking of that, walking around, learning about the tours, going on gondola. Gondola, okay, maybe post-pandemic the price might have changed, but the gondolas you expect to spend something like 80 euros for a 2-hour ride. So we save it for that special occasion if you're proposing. Hint, hint. Or if you're if you are going to on your honeymoon, spend money on the gondola. Otherwise, like me, I was there for my son's football trip. I didn't spend money on the gondola. I took my son on the water taxi, and that was it.
I felt a bit sad. I spent money on gondola, but I was on my own.
And that's okay. That's okay too. It's just that I'm telling the audience, if you're going to Venice and if you expect to go on the gondola, expect to spend a lot of money on it.
Except
so that you don't suddenly decide not to go if you do decide to go.
And Venice, sorry to say, the shoes there are very good. Because during my trip to Venice, the sole of my shoe came off. And I had to buy emergency shoes. And that was I went to Venice in 2000 and I can't even remember when I went to Venice, 2013, 14. And the shoes are still intact. It's been mud and everything. It's just amazing quality for the price. And it's not even like, it's less than 200 ringgit here. Less than 200 ringgit. I think 100 something only. After conversion.
That's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So one more thing that aside from visiting the heritage, there is also visiting the churches. But one of the highlights are, if you're already in Venice, you have to take time off, either half a day or a full day, to go to the nearby vicinity islands, which are, drum roll, Faris, name one.
I have no idea. I know it's colorful buildings, the tiny building that's colorful.
So, Murano, Burano, Torcello. The 3 islands. There are half-day tours. Take the ferry out, and these are the islands that you need to visit from Venice. You take it out like 30 minutes. It's like a half-day tour, and they will take you to each island, and you will have specific time in each island. So what is Murano famous for? Pop quiz.
Building, the pretty building, the small, colorful blue, yellow building.
Yes. And there is also glass making.
Ah.
So I don't know if you're able to share the stills from my video. Murano is famous for the glass making, this Burano glass. If you can Google Murano glass, you will be able to see the specialty of Murano glass.
So the second island?
Murano, Burano are kind of the same, and Torcello, it's more of what is the specialty, or it's like small islands, and they just colored all of the islands, all the building to make it more colorful. So Murano and Burano both are similar, and you can't go missing with
amazing glass making, Murano glass. See? Oh, so
Yeah,
pretty.
Like custom made. I saw a travel show before. It's like a custom made glass. It's like a very
Actually-
traditional way of doing a custom-made glass.
Yes, I actually have some videos, but unfortunately, haven't had the chance for this particular show to share that video. But in my video, I highlighted some clips where it's showing that I attended the show of attended the demonstration of making the glass, of the art of making the custom-made glass, and it's beautiful. And for a 3-4 day trip to Venice, it was great, and of course it's good to be coupled with the rest of northern Italy when you are traveling there.
Wow, that's really well done. Thank you very much, Munira. And it makes me want to go back, and I can't wait to go back to Venice, Italy. Venice is in Italy.
Italia, correct. Ciao,
Italia,
bello.
menang,
We
Euro.
must die.
So now, Munira, thank you very much for sharing and taking us to go to Venice for this week. Now, I want to change the spotlight. So when I go change the spotlight, I'm gonna go change spotlight to Kenneth. We were mentioning how he does a lot of work in virtual, and we were mentioning far from home virtual work with that Spider-Man movie destroying Venice. How does that fit something similar that you can, because to you making a virtual background, are you able to do something similar to that for a virtual event, a launching of something?
Okay, if we're talking about movie and we're talking about virtual event, it's two different worlds, okay? I mean, there are certain similarities in certain ways. There are certain things they use, like a green screen, or now with this latest technology, they call it Mandalorian tracking and stuff like that. There are a little bit fine line, gray area where it touches on the movie side as well. But I'm telling you, movie standard is there's few thousand, there's few hundred people working behind the scenes. Ours is like less than 10 people working behind it, so it's a huge difference.
You are here to educate us, Kenneth. That's why I'm asking.
Okay, sure. Yes, I'm just sharing now. But of course, in terms of what I've studied, actually, I could have gone to many different routes lah, but I didn't end up in. I did end up doing the movie route lah. I ended up doing motion graphic animations and also TV commercials as well as virtual events lah. So yes.
So. What type of virtual or not? What type of work on events that would you say the highlight? I think in KL 2017.
Highlight.
Amazing.
Highlight is as in you're talking about in Malaysia. Or you're talking about my work in Malaysia. Right? I would say last year the Tiger Beer Festival or something, some Tiger Beer Festival or the halal. I hope I can say this like the halal stuff, but yes, there's a Tiger Beer Festival or something that last year it was an avatar-based virtual event. I think that was quite a hit. It's quite hot, and a lot of people are mentioning about it. So yeah. But talking about my side, we actually did BMW that movie thing. Alamak. BMW every year they do some movie thing. Suddenly look.
Oh, that shorties, BMW shorties.
Yeah,
right?
shorties. I suddenly excited kanchong. I forgot the word shorties. So yeah, BMW shorties.
So back in 2017, I saw that you made a nice projection game. Let me just show the video to the audience, and you just explain what work was done behind the works over there.
Okay, sure.
different type of tiger, Kenneth. I'm pretty sure you did not go around Klang Valley chasing light around, right?
No, of course not. Okay, if you want me to break down a little bit of that, that was shot by. Sorry, you were saying?
No, I'm sure you guys didn't go around with the light going all around to light up the dataran.
Yes. Unfortunately, no, we couldn't do that. But we use this thing called we call it like VFX lah, and we use software like After Effects and some 3D software to actually light up this whole place. But the shots were actually taken by another team, which is the Mat Salleh team. Mat Salleh means a Caucasian team, very professionally shot, and then we just add on the VFX on top. Yeah. And
Wow.
There was a good director. There was good directors behind there, and it was a good team. And then my team back then were actually doing they were lighting up the whole KL and running through from all the main buildings and all the famous buildings around KL and back to. The concept was actually running it from the lights supposed to come out from Bukit Jalil Stadium. The time they relaunched the stadium, so the lights supposed to go to all the famous buildings around KL, and then we lighted up every main building around KL, and then it goes back in the tiger goes back into the stadium. So yeah, it was a very good event lah. I mean, when you show that video, actually give me my blue night tickets. Good times.
Good times, right? This was all pre-COVID events lah. Because now
the stadium was full. I actually went for the show. I missed events, man. So yeah.
So and I know I am not familiar because I saw that and one of your aspect was it's called projection mapping monkey.
Yes.
I'm just imagining you using monkeys. I know I sound stupid, but I know it's something to do with okay, you get it explain before I sound even more dumb.
I'll try my best to explain in my Singlish or Manglish. Oh, you want me to explain? I thought you were going to show the video. Oh, okay.
I am. It's loading. Sorry.
I thought you want me to explain straight. Oh,
okay. It's loading. So we show you the projection mapping first, then you can continue to explain.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Push. Yeah. These little demons living underneath my bed creeping. Know the real, my lips above them all sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
So it's not
that. It looks so great. I'm glad we saw that video first without explanation.
I was like, wait. It's loading. But okay, like like one person, she saw monkeys lompat. So Kenneth explained. She doesn't understand. Projected
Kenneth explain
from one another. Yes.
So yeah, anyway, so projection mapping, I would say is, I mean, there's many, the most simplest way I would explain is basically using a projector, a small or even a huge projector. The small projector, you project a smaller place. The bigger projectors, you can project up to a building size. Usually they use a couple of big projectors and they stitch it together and join it together in a huge scale projection. And what we do when the projector is projected on any surfaces, basically we will use animation to do optical illusion lah. So the optical illusion is like that whatever you watched now, like the one we were doing is basically a monkey jumping with orang asli. Orang asli in English is what?
Aborigines?
Yeah, Aborigines. Yes. Faris, you're right. But yes, orang asli and the monkey were like interacting with each other in the particular interior design of the building lah. So that one's considered a mid-size projection. But yeah, I guess that's it about projection mapping. I'm not too sure you guys seen those in buildings where they actually project the whole building and then you see the whole building just like augment. Like there's one, that's not projection mapping, that was done in the LED in Pavilion. They actually use some optical illusion where the bull actually breaks open the glass. I think that one, I'm not too sure you watched that. That one they were using a little bit of, I would say, similar techniques as they use for projection mapping. So yeah.
So it looks amazing, and it is actually one of it. It just amazes me how technology it is now today on creating that type of attraction. I'm sure Munira, because I remember you experiencing something similar in Dubai, right? During the New Year's, they had this projection mapping on the tower, right?
Yes,
For
yes,
New
yes.
Year.
Well, for Dubai, it's different. It's not a projection mapping. They I wanted to say Petronas Twin Towers, but it's not. It's the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is lined up with LED screen. So it's not really a projection. It's
I think
LED
the Bush,
screen.
that's the one in the Fast and Furious where Vin Diesel actually drove his car through and then he fly from building to building. If I'm not wrong, that was in.
Yes,
yeah.
that was in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes, but what I'm saying is Burj Khalifa doesn't do well. I don't know. It depends what you mean by projection, right? For me, projection, you project something onto a screen, but here it's just a screen.
So
The
Kenneth,
one side of the Burj Khalifa is just LED screen.
LED screen.
Okay,
So
LED.
it's
Yeah.
impressive what they're doing. It takes a lot of energy just to power up that whole screen. And they have the shows not just on New Year, but they also have the shows every day.
Wow, nice.
So, Kenneth, I just want to ask you, how much work did it go? You had to go through to do projection mapping for that. I mean, that event looks like it's a small event, but I'm sure the planning behind it is not easy to make the Aborigines person and the monkey chase each other, because you must know what the background is before you guys to do that in the first place.
Yes. So for projection, of course, there's a lot of planning involved. You need to start planning. At first, you need to know what surface you're projecting on. Most important, usually projection mostly is done in the white background, and then after you know what you're going to project on, let's talk back about this particular project we actually knew that this interior designer, there will be a certain items on top. So first of all, we know we have what background we're going to project on. Secondly, we're going to arrange the items, and then we're going to roughly think of how we're going to play around with the projection and the items, the available items in the space. Then from then on, we will do if something like doing a TVC or any other video where we do a simple storyboard. And from the storyboard onwards, storyboard is very important because we need to visualize a little bit before we start start doing for our clients. So the client actually can roughly know, okay, this is going to happen first, that's going to happen first. And then after they know already, then we can lock them down and confirm from there. And then from then onwards, we actually do the, maybe I skip a little bit, but actually we did do things. We need to also model and design the characters. And after that, we can, they call it rigging, where they put the skeleton in the characters. And then after that, we start animating. And then after animating, then you will start lighting. And after lighting, then you start rendering. And after rendering, then after when the whole thing is finished, the whole visual is done rendering, they call it. Then we will map it onto the surface, and that also takes a bit of what's it called, some technical skills, some skills to actually map it on the right position so that you saw the final product just now. Yeah, that's right.
So from that long explanation, can you imagine the work that that you have to do behind it? And the thing is, with projects like that, Kenneth, this is not something that you are working for a client, because you are an entrepreneur. You are not working for someone to actually create this. You are a working entrepreneur. Do you think that is better, that you are going directly with the client, that you have control over this project, or do you prefer to work underneath someone and someone to tell you how to do it?
Well, to be honest, I feel that even now also we are technically our boss is our clients. So only back then when let's say I'm working for someone, we have more bosses, which is actually our seniors. And also, let's say if you're mid senior, then you have your creative directors, and then you have your clients, and sometimes your clients also they have many tiers. So, but of course, as an entrepreneur, you have more freedom to play around certain things. You have slightly more control with your time and your life as well. So when you're working for someone, of course, the control is less, and it also, of course, depends on who you're working for and which company you're working for lah. But with the MCO, I guess everyone's quite chill kat rumah kan sekarang kan. I guess there's a little bit more freedom lah. I guess in this situation. Back then when I was working, we always had a time to go in office from certain time to certain time. But now I've been listening around and listening to some of my friends and people out there. There's a lot of a little bit more freedom compared to back then lah. I'm not too sure about you guys. So yeah.
Well, for me, it has been working from home a lot, and it's just as you saw at the beginning of my opening. Finally, today I am out of EMCO. Just have a little walk in the morning, just to feel the sun on my face, other than my balcony, because it is just a little bit of, sometimes you need that kind of freedom, even though the cases in Malaysia are not the lowest. I can say.
Yeah, man, the numbers is really scary.
Yes. I just remember last week, 6 July, 6,000, 7 July, 7,000, 8 July, 8,000, 9 July, 9,000, literally 10 July, 10,000. It was just ironic at the same time when it's happened. But as an entrepreneur, the COVID can really affect you, because we talked about the students, how stressful it is for them being at home, but we forget as well, as an entrepreneur, we also face this type of stress that the students are facing. Like you can hear a lot of different noises on my background. I have my cats, I have other noises, my neighbor's dog is barking, and I just can't control these noises. And even though we're live now, this virtual, can you imagine I'm doing an official presentation or pitching and you got these noises like that girl with the ayam? I don't know about you.
Well, I have to say that being an entrepreneur or even working from home, we have flexibility of time.
Yes.
Before I started to become an entrepreneur, I have actually imagined it to be more time, but that's an illusion. I'm probably working more as an entrepreneur than I am as an employee, except that I can decide not to work. Do you agree?
True. You got a point. I do agree on that in some way. But yes, when it gets busy, it gets super busy as well. Because sometimes on my side, a client calls me on the weekends as well, and there's no way for me to just not answer those calls lah. So yeah.
Yes. Same here. It's supposed to be a holiday because everybody is going on holiday this week for us, but I can't plan my own holiday.
Well, I was a travel agent. People have a misconception being a travel agent that you travel everywhere around the world. But being a travel agent, you actually plan people to travel, and then you have that serenity in the end where you take your leave. Please leave me alone. This is my time. And the thing being with a travel agent, you try not to become so anal because you know your stuff when you're on traveling. No, that's how supposed to be service, but you try to cool down. We are in the same industry and we are trying to help each other out.
But what a coincidence, my dad used to be a travel agent as well. So, yeah.
Wow, that's what we have in common in this group this week.
Man.
So, oh, my throat. And, but this is the thing. When we're talking about travel is always a very interesting subject to talk about. We can talk hours and hours on it. Before we want to end our live session this week, because it is coming to over an hour already, almost hour and a half to my live session. I want you guys to say your final piece, whether it's about being working from home, whether it's your dreaming to travel, your final message to our viewers for this week. So we'll start with
message. I guess. Stay strong, stay grateful. We'll go through this, we'll pull through this, and then if we ever pull through this, then we have to look for Munira, and then we can ask her bring us plan a trip for us or something. So, but yeah, like I said, stay strong, stay positive. We will go through this, and we will go through this strong together, lah. So that's my message to everyone, lah.
And also, don't forget.
And
don't forget.
Pray to God. And yes, and check out Faris show every week and live, laugh, and what's the other one? That's the last one.
Life, love, and laugh.
Life, love. I'm missing love lah. Alamak, I suka life. Apa tak? Saya lupa love lah. Bahaya ni.
And don't forget about yourself. Look what's underneath.
Sorry?
Look what's underneath. Please
Follow.
visit.
Connect.
Visit Zappy Production.
Your LinkedIn, your Facebook.
And my LinkedIn and my Zappy. Yeah, you can check out my LP, my LinkedIn, and maybe I can talk about it. Alamak, I'm so not so used to self promo, but okay.
You're so focused on promoting my show, you forgot about to promote about yourself.
But maybe we can get a trip to Venice or something together, three of us.
Yes.
Then we do a proper show in Venice, like live.
Definitely.
That's healthy.
Definitely. But that's very good. Thank you for that final message. But everyone, you see, like our projection mapping, and Kenneth is one of the interviewers who is an expert on virtual. Especially what we need to do virtual events at the moment. He has his own virtual studio, Green Scene Studio, and go to his LinkedIn, Kenneth Chan, Moon Ken. I am. Or you can go to his FB at Zappy Studio, and don't forget. That he is constantly looking for people to work with, and he always have time. He has time for me. I'm sure he has time for many of you guys out there, just for your general inquiries. Because like me, you can be a little bit illiterate in technology, and Kenneth can actually advise you, can't you, on how we can do these virtual events and how we want to do, because now, especially cross borders, we need help to do virtual events. You are one of the experts, and soon, hopefully, when we get a project, I'm going to be calling you, Kenneth.
Sure. Thank you so much, Faris.
All right, so Munira, your final piece for this week.
So my final say is, it's okay to dream. And there is one piece of advice that I received this week, especially for entrepreneurs and those who are working from home, of course. Take accountability of your own time. It's easy for you to sit for coffee or have that quick nap or watch that Netflix. Okay, I'll just watch half a show or half a series episode. But it's also easy for it to become from 30 minutes to 2 hours, just because you have the flexibility of time. So the time that you are spending not making money, you are spending wasting money or losing money. So these are some of the good advice that I've received from fellow entrepreneurs throughout my journey, the past year or so. So, and of course, live life, love, and laugh. And follow me on my Instagram, Facebook. Visit my website, travelcounsellors.ae/Munira Ishaq for your travel inspiration. And we will see what we have next. And do send in your request or your questions to me or the EMP show, and we will respond to them.
All right, thank you very much, Munira, for those lovely message to our audience. And now, for me this week, you guys see me every week, and you see me half an hour ranting every week, so I'm not going to make myself big. But for everyone who's watching EMP Variety Show, do follow me on my TikTok at Faris Ishaq. Follow me on my Facebook, Faris Ishaq, as well as on my IG, Faris_Ishaq. For my rants, for my antics on my TikTok, I do share my reels, I do share my TikTok sometimes. And it's just for us to have fun. So we have fun in our life. We have love, and we have love all over in the EMP Variety Show. So everyone, for tonight, thank you very much, Kenneth. Thank you very much, Munira. Don't forget to follow and like the show, even post. And again, I want to thank our audience for many reach of the many of the many of our organic reach. We really appreciate your support, the audience of EMP Variety Show, and I really would love to hear from you guys. Don't be silent, talk to us, and you can be one-to-one more with Munira, or we can see more of Kenneth in the future. Maybe we'll be having projects in the future, so you never know. Future is bright.
Look forward to those.
Yes. All right, so thank you very much. So before we leave, because on the 22nd of July, I am working on a project. We have 2 Indonesian movie that will be released on Astro first. So everyone enjoy this trailer while we end the show for today. So everyone, thank you very much. Do take care, and life, love, and laugh. Take care. Good night.
Bye.
Yasna, kamu tahu orang-orang yang paling penting dalam hidup kita?
Orang kayak apa, Kang?
Orang-orang yang bisa bikin kita ketawa. Orang-orang yang peduli dan mau bantu saat kita benar-benar sedang butuh.
Hari ini kita akan melakukan perjalanan panjang menuju Jakarta dalam rangka aksi damai.
Aksi ini bukan aksi tentang politik. Kita menunjukkan bahwa kita cinta kepada Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala dan kepada Al-Quran.
Dulu sekolah apa, ngambil apa lu?
Saya dulu di Harvard, Amerika. Tahu kan?
Udah deh, lu nggak usah cari masalah. Lu nggak usah deh nulis-nulis tentang agama lagi.
Mehmet, apa-apa sih kamu? Sadar nggak kamu itu Rahman? Otak kamu itu sudah dimempatin setan.
Aku tentara Allah, bawa pesan damai, tapi kelakuan kayak orang-orang barbar.
Stop, udah kan? Dia ini Muslim. Dia apati sama Islam karena dia nggak tahu. Lantas apa karena itu kita berhak mengkafirkan dia dan menghakimi dia? Hah? Gua nyaksiin semuanya sendiri. Semuanya itu nggak sama seperti yang lo bayangin.
Yang menggerakkan hati manusia untuk sampai mengenal cinta bukan manusia itu sendiri, tapi Allah, Gustimu Agung.
Islam itu peace and love, rahmatan lil alamin. Yang radikal itu otak lu sama gua. Tapi kalau gua beda. Gua radikalis romantis.